Hello, I'm Pastor Travis from A Faithful Dad, and welcome back to month 2, week 3, Joy in Good Times. And we are going through a family guide to joy in all circumstances. And I have a provocative question to ask you right now, and it's this: can good times be a challenge? Can they be a trial? Can good times be a trial? And it sounds preposterous because it seems to make no sense, like, hey, let me have a good time. I mean, that's automatically joy to me. And what I go through in our guide are 3 specific reasons why the answer is yes. I'm going to share one of those specifically with you now. And again, can a good time be a trial? And the first answer is yes, because when all we're expecting out of life is good times. Like for dinner, by dinner, all I want is Reese's Cups. That's all I want to eat. When I go to a family reunion, I want to have an awesome time every single time I'm there. When I go to school, I want to get all A's. When I go to work, I want to be employee of the millennium. I mean, all these different crazy scenarios, and what happens, I talked in the previous video about being a child of God. Well, for me, I can act like a child, more emphasis on child than of God, where it's all about me. I've got to have this, I've got to have that, and suddenly I'm trying to go from one good time to the next good time. I'm almost like I'm skipping on stones across a creek, and I don't want to fall in the water because that's a bad time. I'm going to stay on the stones of good times, as it were. And as we all know, we can say that just isn't realistic, but yet, our actions reflect just the opposite. We are looking for those good times. And that's why I make the point in lesson number 6, which is this: be careful of letting good times become a trial by relying on them too heavily as your source of joy. When we rely on those times, it's lesson number 6, when we rely on those times, the good times, it's almost like relying on our own strength, relying on our own intellect, relying on our own good looks, relying on our hair, whatever. But really, the implication is when we're relying on those things, those created things, we're not relying on our Creator. We're not relying on Jesus. So we have to be very careful. So yes, the answer is yes, and I go through the guide and share 2 other reasons that are similarly important. But when we rely on good times as our source of joy, we are missing the mark. We're missing Jesus. So yes, good times can be a trial. Make sure you rely on Jesus every step of the way. In His name, look forward to seeing you next time. Amen.